A beautiful evening right here in the beautiful University of Wits, and we are broadcasting live at the Wits Rugby Stadium. It is currently 16 degrees Celsius and it is a fixture that will bring a lot of flair, dynamics and physicality, and it's the 17th of May 2024 at 9 p.m. with a major fixture that will be coming up. It is the home base side of Wits that will be playing against. And looking at the most amazing log at the moment, we are looking at Wanderers. They are currently sitting third on the log. We're just playing 4 fixtures and a fantastic 3 wins coming through. We're just 1 loss with a great, comfortable point division of 14. And basically with the home base side, they are currently sitting 6th on the log with just 3 playing fixtures and 1 win and 2 losses. Looking at the Castle Lager Pirates Grand Challenge fixtures for round 5, Wits will be playing with Wanderers today, and this is where we are basically broadcasting live for this amazing fixture, but not taking away from the other fixtures as well. We've had Rudapot. They'll be playing against Raiders. That's also going to be quite an interesting encounter between the two sides. Raiders will be hoping to also come back into this clash with round 5, and Rudapot as well. They'll be hoping to come through after their massive defeat when they were playing against Wanderers. They went down on a 60-24 defeat on that fixture. And Randfontein will also be hoping to come back through. They'll be playing against Alberton as well, and the Northwest University, they'll be playing against Pirate on a Saturday on the 18th of May, and they'll be coming right here on our YouTube channel on the Castle Lager Pirates Grand Challenge. And this is such a beautiful evening to be out here on the playing field. We've got quite an interesting night in store for all of us, even as you're watching from home and also watching from the amazing broadcasting channel that we are going through. Earlier on, we had the opportunity just to check in with the coaches and also the players, and this is what they had to say regarding this encounter.
Ntapo, welcome once again. Looking at last week's fixture versus Randfontein, what could we expect that's slightly different moving into this fixture for today?
I think a few of the things that we've targeted, we're speaking this whole week, we've been speaking a lot about our physicality. That's something in this league with open clubs you definitely have to stand up to. So if we can make sure that we manage the physical battle, and then outside of that, we need to be able to execute as well. So when we do have our opportunities, we need to make sure that we take them. So that's basically what we're looking to do. We're not looking to change too much. We need to get stuck in though.
Neil Khalifa, your side is really synchronizing well, and you're currently placed third on the log. A very completely different structure. What have you done that's really different, because your team is really working well and synchronizing really well? So what have you done that's different this year?
Look, there's a couple of things that have to be the norm. So the norm is just creating the right environment, getting the brotherhood back. Those kind of little things create bigger results at the end. The difference has been just working from top to bottom. So bringing the bottom up and then pushing the top down, basically.
Mokoena, coming into this week's fixture, I'm sure you guys put in a lot of work regarding your preparation since you went down on a major defeat last week. What could we be expecting for this encounter that's probably different from the last fixture?
Yeah, obviously it goes without saying that we're a bit disappointed about the last result. But I mean, I think the past 2 weeks we've actually trained very hard, having a bye last week, so we just took the week to reflect on what we could improve, and then we had a tough week of training, and we know the clubs around Joburg offer a lot of physicality. And so we have to play a lot faster, tempo, so that's what we've been working on the whole week. And you know, this week we're just going to try to pick up the pace of the game.
Just like Rudapot was.
It is the Castle Lager Pirates Grand Challenge. And as we all know, the key thing it is that it all comes together with a castle. And tonight's going to be quite an amazing night of smiles galore. And as we all know, it's hashtag Count on Castle. You can always count on Castle Lager to bring you the action, the vibe, and also the care for the community at large. I mean, you're looking at how Castle has come through within the sporting code of rugby within South Africa. We've seen it start all the way from the top with the Springboks fiddling down into the clubs, and now also we're seeing it here as they're actually sponsoring this fantastic Pirates Challenge. It is the Castle Lager Pirates Challenge, and also it is also happening with the Carlton Cup in Pretoria and also the Moore and Murray Cup in KwaZulu-Natal. But also not taking away from also our other sponsors, we've got BestMed, and they are also sponsoring our referees for this encounter, and the men that will be entrusted with the whistle for this encounter, you will see them later on, kitted out by BestMed, will be Penyo Makakula with his assistant referee number 1, Mr. Williams, and also assistant referee number 2, Leba King. And the moment that we've all been waiting for, it is the battle of David and Goliath, as they would say. Some people still wonder how David was actually able to dominate and defeat Goliath. This is the question that we're all probably wondering for this encounter tonight. Will the University of Wits be able to take over this Goliath? And their Goliath at the moment will be Wanderers, as they're coming in very strong for this encounter. They're currently placed 3rd on the actual log, and this is a club that is currently based in Nilovo, all the way in Sandton. They have a rich history dating it all the way back to 1887. And I mean, it's such a fantastic structure coming through the head coach, Neil Khalife. You can actually see the great deal of player. He's quite a with Bali Mfenyana. He's also quite an interesting player to be on the lookout for. But as you can see, as important player to look out for within this encounter, he also has the likes of Chris Moore. He's also going to be quite an asset to the side, and not taking away from the home base side. They'll be coming out in their numbers right now. The likes of Sechaba Mukwena. He is Captain Fantastic. We saw him earlier speaking about the structure, emphasizing the dynamic of the team, and they are hoping to not go down without a fight. They'll be hosting this encounter, and as the host, one of the key things that we're hoping for is that they'll be able to gel together. And it was Sipiwe Mazibugo, the 7th Rhino player. He is coming into the ranks and is fitting into the structure perfectly. And as we move into our first scrum, it will be Kwitonkize. And the feed comes out by Ocamp. And the first as inside. In for the weapons at the HUD, you goal, the ball into the goal, and you might just win yourself an entire case of the cost. Just receiving some medical attention. B-boy. It's great to see him back on his feet. The man whom they call Smoo. But great precise from the referee, was a knock on. This will be now the to look out. Procedure there to Michael Mkize. From a scrum's point of view, should the referee Makakula not be happy with the binding and the engagement from the front row from the both sides, we might get to see a lot of penalties. They'll be awarded. For this Wits side to try and compose themselves a bit more in terms of engagement, should they be able to capitalize from a scrum's point of view. Another great feed there to Zulu. Now Sokuigwa was hoping to get that ball. Ocamp has turned it over. Fantastic work here by Wits. Trying to turn up the heat there was Wits, but it seems like Mazibugo had a hand into that ball. It's an easy knock on. But once again, great start there by the Kiwa brothers. going to be quite an interesting one to see once they get the ship moving. It is Kevon and Keith, the two brothers, who will actually be partnering with Liema. As we all know, Liema is a hard runner. He likes to cause the chaos, especially at breakdown. The man who's currently studying a Bachelor of Law and a former great college, high school player. They call him like the likes of Malaika. And now the turnover was being contested there, but Wits has retained the ball. Currently in a bit more trouble. They're playing in the red zone. Is the Wits side. Okamp seeking for assistance, and he finally gets it by the referee. A rather tense start for this Wits side. They've been quite under a bit of pressure in the first 6 minutes of this encounter. They need to calm down a bit more, play to their structure. We've seen the likes of Desmond Pedersen, how he's come through the ranks, his style of play, his vision, and also his precision. He's going to be quite an interesting player to look out for as well. He's also another great player who's come through the ranks. Now Deegan, fantastic feed there. Now Musane. Little pop ball there. With Wits moving again with another penalty. Great off the ball movement by Musane, who's enabled this Wits side once again to get a bit more meters. And Desmond Peterson opting for another line out. They're within the 22-meter. And Dargan will be hoping now to utilize this ball, setting up his structure. Now the ball's lost in contact. It is a turnover ball from Wanderers. Now they're trying to get the ship moving, changing options. Mkize, fantastic style of play here, but into no man's land is Motusi. He was such a great player to watch in the last fixture. Was actually named man of the match, and he'll be hoping to get these Wits supporters on a silent retreat, but it's just unfortunate in that case was not able to do so. Great synchronization here from Wits into a bit more trouble. Tap is his allies man who also Doggin picked up. Now Wits was 2 into put